Good morning, Ms. Taylor or Mrs. Taylor?
Mrs. Taylor.
Mrs. Taylor.
Yeah,
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah.
My name is Lauren. I'm a pharmacy consultant.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm here today to gather information regarding your personal background.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it'll be a quick interview, and during the interview I'll be asking questions about your family life, your history. So for example, where you grew up, what your family consisted of, educational background, and then I'll be asking you some questions about your present circumstances, so marriage life, any children, social activities, etc., work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is interview number 1 out of interview number 2. In the next interview, I'll be asking you more about your medical history.
Sure. Yeah.
And any health conditions that you have, but for now I just need to gather the basic information so I can create a foundation. Okay. So before we start, I need to address privacy and confidentiality.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is to let you know that any information gathered today or disclosed in the interview I'm legally required to keep it confidential, to keep it within these 4 walls. I also have a duty of care to make sure that your personal information is kept private. So do you have any questions regarding privacy and confidentiality or any concerns?
Not really, although where will this information be stored once the interview is complete?
Okay, so the information will be uploaded onto a document where I keep all patients' information, and that will go onto a database, and that database has very high security, and it will only be accessed by healthcare professionals who closely work with you. So for example, your pharmacist, your doctor, any nurses.
Will that have my name, or will it be?
It will be de-identified.
Okay. Oh, that's
we allocate medication record numbers or MRNs to patients, and that will be your number.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So with your permission, I'd like to continue the interview and start asking you some questions.
Sure.
Okay. So the first question I'd like to ask, I'd like you to tell me a bit about your personal background. So your demographic areas that you grew up in, family history, just a bit about your history
overall.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I grew up in a country town. I'm the eldest of 6 children, and so I grew up in the 50s. Yeah, pretty good childhood. You know, there wasn't a lot of money, but we still seemed to have a good childhood. Unfortunately, my father died young, in his early 50s, so that was probably the most difficult thing that we had to deal with, because by then, being the eldest, I had to sort of help my mother, support my mother a little bit, and probably we basically took care of the youngest daughter, my younger sister, who was only quite small then.
That would have been quite difficult, having your father pass away.
Yeah, we sort of had to grow up fairly quickly once that happened. But I still had a good I went to high school right through to year 10. The equivalent of year 10 today. But yeah, I couldn't go to college or have any. I did a 12-month tertiary education at TAFE and did a secretarial course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you were one of 6.
Yeah.
So how many brothers or sisters did you have?
Well, there were myself, my sister, 3 boys in the middle, and then the youngest was a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what was the age gap between?
14 years between myself and the youngest one. So yeah. She was sort of
She would have been quite young when her father passed away. Yeah.
So we pretty much took over the mother role, my sister and I, in a lot of ways.
Okay. Well, she's lucky to have you as an older sister, even though it's such a big age gap.
Yeah. We're still fairly close.
Okay. And you mentioned a country town. Was that a rural or remote country town?
Well, it wasn't that small really. It was actually a city, but it was in the country. It was like in a rural orchard region, so we had a lot of cherries, apples, things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, it was a good childhood. I can say. Yeah, just
Very farming, a lot of farm, a lot of land to run around on.
Yeah. My father's family had a dairy farm, which we used to go to visit weekends. So that was good fun.
Okay.
Yep.
So it sounds like an enjoyable childhood.
Yeah. That was the only hiccup the bad thing that I can remember.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay. So now I'd like to ask you about your current circumstances. So, are you married, or do you have any children?
Yes, I'm married. Married with 2 children, 2 daughters who are both now in their 30s. And I also now have a grandchild.
Okay.
So that's good. Very exciting.
Yeah.
I did work for. I moved from the country to Newcastle in just before I was married. So, and the job I got shortly after that, I worked in for 38 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you work as a secretary? You said that you did a secretarial course.
Yes, I worked in it was the forensic medicine department. So we did the autopsies for the coroner, and my job was mainly to type the reports.
Okay.
And other office duties.
Ad hoc.
It was quite interesting. I think that's why I stayed in the same job for so long.
Okay.
Yep.
So that was 38 years.
38 years, and
wow.
then I retired. About 2 years ago, I retired, but I've gone back casual, just a couple of days a week. So still enjoy it.
So did you find working in forensic medicine for 38 years? Did you find that work quite confronting?
It was. I found at various stages of your life, like cases would affect you. You had to try and leave walk away and forget about it. But when you have small babies, cases about small babies would affect you. And when your children are teenagers, that sort of thing. There's always cases that are quite close to home. Yeah. So you had to try and leave that at work and not bring it home.
That would have been very tough.
Yeah, but you sort of get used to it.
Yeah. What kind of social activities do you do? Or any hobbies outside of
I play golf.
Okay.
Yeah, play golf, which I've only just taken up in the last 2 years, but I'm enjoying that. That's the only thing really. I like walking, but now with my grandchild a couple of days a week, so I've sort of got a good balance between the work and grandchild. So I haven't got much time for anything else.
Yeah. Well, he would definitely keep you on your toes.
Yeah, he does.
And you obviously like golf.
Yes.
So that would be good to look forward to after work, I guess. Yeah. Keep your mind positive.
So it seems to be a good balance.
Yeah. Nice distraction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing else that I can think of. No, that's about it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, from that I can think of that's relevant in my family history.
Okay, so we're approaching the end of the interview now.
Yeah.
So I will just summarise what we've gone through today, and if I've left out anything or if it's inaccurate, please let me know.
Yeah, sure.
So you were born in a country town.
Yeah.
One of 6 children. Father passed away quite young.
Yeah.
You had a much younger sister, so you were able to help out in the house and take care of her. You went to school to year 10, and after that you did a secretarial course.
That's right, yes.
Okay. And then you moved from the country to Newcastle, did you say? Yeah, Newcastle. And you've been working in office administration for the health department for 38 years?
That's right, yes.
Okay. And you enjoy golf, of course?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So if you have anything else that you'd like to add to that before our next interview, I'm hoping that you're free next. Are you free next Monday the same time?
Yeah.
I'd like to continue on with the second part of the interview where I gather more information about your medical history.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So if you have anything to add to this interview, please call me. I'll give you my number at the end. And otherwise, I'll see you next Monday at the same time to gather some more information.
Okay.
Do you have any questions or concerns regarding the interviews, or?
No, I think that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I'll see you next week.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay. No worries.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye.